welcome. It's Daz Sutton and Dick Wade, and we are appreciative of you joining us live if you managed to join us in a moment. It's 28th of November. It's about 11:42 in the morning, and we're just going to do a very, very brief update about what's going on with the dinner. 2026 RAMC Reunited dinner in Coventry. I'm going to bring up a couple of slides, and then Daz, if you want to kickstart proceedings, and as soon as that comes up, I'll give you the floor, Daz, and I'm going to set the live stream going on this other screen as well. So over to you, my good friend.
Yeah, so we realised we kind of we've not been, well, perhaps we haven't been quiet for the last 2 or 3 months, but we have been working in the background, setting the plans in place, and thank you so much. There's been a few of you share your ideas with us to make the evening even more engaging and enjoyable for all of us. So we have been doing loads of work in the background, even though we've been quite quiet since we've been fully booked, which has been great news. But we just wanted to get together and share a few more details with you. Yeah, we've booked a band. It's a proper 5-piece band. Yeah, more about that perhaps later in the chat. We've got a good idea now of we've got a clear idea of what the Saturday night, the dinner night, is going to look like. A bit of flexibility with the Friday evening and the Sunday morning still as well. So yeah, that's what this is all about. We're fully booked. We say that, but we are getting a few messages now, which is totally understandable, with people whose plans have changed, your work patterns have changed. So we have had a few people who can't now attend, which is not so great news for them. Hopefully they'll join us in 28.
Yeah.
But great news for those on the waiting list. They can step forward now and take their place as well. So
Daz, let me just jump in for 1 second, because on this screen we've now got people watching live on Facebook. That started a couple of seconds after this, so they're probably thinking, why is he just sat there looking at the screen while you're chatting? So right. Just for the purposes of this screen, welcome. We're doing a brief live update regarding the RAMC Reunited dinner for March next year. We wanted it to go out onto both YouTube, RAMC Reunited on YouTube, which it is. Bob Summers, Martin Gray, thanks for joining us. So you can go to YouTube and watch myself and Daz Sutton live. So the voice you can hear in the background when I'm not talking is Daz Sutton, and of course when my lips are moving, it's me that you can hear talking. So you can watch us on either or. Daz has just kick-started proceedings, and we're just going to go through the itinerary now. So if you want to watch the slides, there's only a couple. You can log into RAMC Reunited on the YouTube channel, or you can listen to me. You'll be able to hear Daz as well, and watch them later, because they'll be up forever. Okay, Daz, back to you, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, Dick, that we've been a bit quiet over the last 3 or 4 months since we've got fully booked, which has been really, really great news. We have been doing lots of work in the background, including booking a band. They were fantastic, a proper 5-piece band. Yeah. We've also got some entertainment to support them as well on the Saturday night. So Dick and I have got a very clear picture of exactly how the Saturday is going to go, all day on the Saturday. Yeah, there's still a bit of flexibility for the Sunday and the Friday night as well. And I was just thinking that 2 or 3 of you have shared some ideas with us to make the whole weekend, not just the Saturday, even more engaging for everybody and enjoyable. So we're going to share a few ideas there that that Dick and I have chosen to add to the flavour of the weekend. Yeah. The other thing I was saying, Dick, was we have had some people who have had to withdraw for totally understandable reasons. Work patterns change, plans change, in illness, sadly, for some people. So best regards to and well wishes to all of those, and we'll see you in 28. But that gives a chance to those that have put their name on our waiting list and been very, very patient. They can now step forward to fill those places to keep the room nice and full. I think we've got over 200 already, Dick, haven't we? So,
yeah. We're fully booked. So the 250, we're fully booked to 250. As you say, Daz, there's been a few dropout, and we anticipated that's always the case, because life happens, doesn't it? That's the way life is. And as you point out, there's also a waiting list, so we can guarantee there'll be a full dinner of 250 people, come rain or shine. Absolutely guarantee that. Shall we just quickly zip through this itinerary, Daz?
Yeah.
Do you want to kick off on the Friday? I'll pick up on the Saturday. So
most people arrive on a Friday afternoon. There'll be a meet and greet there. Nice sort of warm drinks on arrival. Access to the gym and the spa, which has been totally renovated. I know some of you be. With Martin Gray, I'm pretty sure Martin will be. If I remember Martin.
Well, Martin's watching live now.
That's why I mentioned him.
Martin, hi, Daz. You can hear Daz.
He'll be in that gym on the Friday afternoon, I'm sure. So good to thanks for joining us, Martin. We've got a couple of your PFA buddies as well to come in on the weekend, so I can't wait to see them. Jock Taylor, you'll probably remember Jock.
Of course, yeah,
and a few others, Martin. So yeah, gym and spa available on a Friday night. Nice sort of informal evening on the Friday. There will be some light entertainment, really, really super light. But Friday night is all about meeting and greeting, saying hello to each other, and having a good old conversation. To kickstart the weekend. So yeah, that's the Friday. What are we doing on? What's happening on Saturday?
Well, before we jump into that, Ian Rizzel's just joined as well. Raz, hi, good to see you, mate. Just a quick update before I move into the Saturday. We're also live on YouTube at the same time, and you can see that Sutton's on there. I know you can hear him in the background. So on the Saturday, the 21st, there's I haven't actually put it on there. There's breakfast between 8 o'clock for those who want it, until 10 o'clock in the morning. That's a nice leisurely start to the day. What we did last year, and I haven't been, other than last year, Daz, I haven't been to any of these dinners for quite some time. I think it happens at all of them. It's like that little gathering, the little meeting where Daz and I will give you an update on, what's been going on. We'll talk a little bit about financials and perhaps ask if you want us to continue going forward, that kind of stuff, get the buy-in as appropriate to continue doing what we're doing. I've put timings to be confirmed there. Historically, it's been at 10 o'clock, but this year we're doing the trip, Daz, aren't we? So we're going to look at those timings, but we'll announce it long in advance. The trip, just to mention that very briefly, this was at the request of many people, actually, following the last year in 2024, about maybe doing something on the Saturday. Stops, particularly if the weather is like bad or inclement, people just hanging around the hotel, that kind of stuff. So we came up with three options. We put a poll on the website RAMC, Reunited.uk, and overwhelmingly, and I mean massively overwhelmingly, I haven't got it up, but it's about 79% of those who participated in the vote opted, as we kind of expected, to go to the National Memorial Arboretum, which is great. So Daz and I are going to get that sorted out, and we'll make sure there's suitable transport to and from, water, food, whatever's required, first aid kits, that kind of stuff, to fill in the daytime. And we're also putting a bit of thought to, well, what about those who don't want to go to the National Memorial Arboretum? And we're going to band a few ideas around a bit close to the time for maybe some kind of hotel-based something, whatever that might be. But we're thinking of everybody, make it really inclusive, those going to the NMA and those who, for whatever reasons, don't want to go or aren't able to go. So there'll be something for everybody. So that will take care of Saturday. Saturday evening, that's the main event, obviously. We will gather around 7 o'clock, exactly the same as in 2024, around the bar area. The dress is lounge suits for guys. There's no medals, there's no sort of military paraphernalia. So it's lounge suits for the guys and an equivalent for your partners, lady friends. There's like a little champagne thing, Daz, like we did last time as well. Nice. Actually, I thought that was a brilliant start to the because it was a really good atmosphere, wasn't it? It was people everywhere. It was really good.
they've refurbished that front porch as well, and then when they
Yeah,
open the
yeah.
doors to go in, it feels really special. So
Yeah.
so yeah, same again, nice little drinks reception there.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and what I wanted to say, Dick, is look, what people want to hear. Dick and I, we have discussed this. People really want to hear, probably even now, where's the seating plan? We know who's coming. Get the seating plans. I want to know who we're sitting next to. Well, yeah, we are working on that. Dick's came up with a really great way of doing that to capture nearly all, well, as many as possible, nearly all of your requests where possible, possibly even all of your requests. So you will be sitting with your mates and having a great time. However, let me just stress, even on the Saturday night, the dinner, when we're sat at the table, we're going to be sat at that table eating dinner, eating our scran for probably about an hour, maybe 90 minutes max. Now, before that and after that, you know how it works. You can sit on any table you want. Just go and have a chat with anybody. So I know the seating plan's emotive, and we will try our very, very best to get all of your wishes. However, the great thing about this event is we're together all weekend, and you're only tied to that seat for 60 or 90 minutes or so. So get out and about and mingle on a Friday night and a Saturday morning, the rest of the Saturday night as well. So yeah, I just wanted to stress that the seating plan's important. It's really important, but it's not the be all and end all. We're there together for a whole weekend, so yeah, plenty of time to spend quality time with those that you want to.
Cool. Sunday, so then we have a great night with all that entertainment and stuff that's going to surprise people, Daz, as well. We'll remain firmly under our hats until the night.
There is one thing, Dick, we want to remind people of, because it was Barry Williams actually who came up with this great idea that it's
the photographs. Yeah, mention that. That's really
because that's kind of Saturday related. So
yeah,
Barry Williams, I'm fairly sure I've interpreted his suggestion right. He came with this great idea of if we're at the dinner and most of us know each other and remember each other, but some won't know each other and some of us might forget. So Barry had this great idea of basically bringing photographs along and either placing them on a table or some tables or your table, basically so you can say, hey, look, Dick, look at the way you used to look, mate, honestly. Why that mustache on as a 16-year-old? What were you thinking? And then Dick will tell me all about me and how skinny I look and all that, and my glasses. So yeah, it's just to get a conversation starter. Blimey, look, there's Taff over there and Dean. So that was a great idea of Barry's from any era, either from basic training or in our units. It really doesn't matter. Just photos to get. There's Dave Natalie or whoever it might be. And then Dick had this great idea of, okay, people might not want to bring their actual photos because they're so precious to us. I mean, great if you do, or get a copy of them or whatever. But Dick had this great idea of, let's do it digitally. And with some of the surprises we've got, we do have the facility to do that in the refurbished grand ballroom. So yeah, there's a way that we can transmit these images digitally. So yeah, we can just glance at them throughout the evening. So what did we say, Dick? How do we want people to share that?
Yeah. So what we'll do on that front is when we've finished, I'll go back into the notes on the YouTube. I'll upload these slides. There's only 3. There's 2 more to come, and I'll put the email address that people can email them so that Daz and I get those. We will then, but you obviously be aware that they'll become public and shared in the dinner in the big hall. So if you want to email, attach the photographs, we will then turn them into some kind of show reel for the night. Again, the email address is simply RAMC reuniteddinner@gmail.com, but don't worry about that for now. I will stick that in the show notes also. Yeah, cool. Then we have a great night, Daz. That takes us up to waking up on Sunday morning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Everyone will be in the gym about 7:30, no doubt. 4 laps around the pool. Breakfast 8 till 10, and then I've put the drumhead idea. That was it Graham Motley's idea? We're looking into it still. We haven't decided either way. Graham and I chatted about this. We all know what it entails, but that's something that's been requested, so we're going to look into it.
We are, Dick, but my thoughts, as I said at the last AGM, and I know you're the same on this. If we're going to do that, we need to do it properly. We need a proper RSM character. It's going to take some proper organising.
Absolutely.
And I'm still to be convinced that that's the right thing to do on a Sunday morning. Most people in years past, again, it's all about the social. It's all about sitting down at breakfast. It's all about having that last coffee before we depart for another 2 years. So there were plenty of drumhead services. I understand the significance of it, but my worry is that we do it and it goes off half-cocked, or we don't do it properly, and that's not what we want to happen. So we are discussing it, Graham. Thanks again for the suggestion. Not guaranteeing it's going to happen. So yeah.
Then people check out by 11 o'clock, and then that's kind of the end of the weekend, Daz. Let's bring up the next slide, because there's a few important points we want to reiterate. These are on the website already at RAMC, reunited.uk. Worth mentioning that actually on there is the live data of who's attending. The plan will end up there. We're going to mention that in a moment, but the seating plan will end up there also. And it is live. So those people who have said, oh, sorry, I can't make it, I take them off this list. They disappear automatically from the website. So what you see is, for all intents and purposes, exactly what's going to be happening personnel-wise on the evening. Let's just quickly go through these. Vehicle registration. Make sure you put your registration in on that little screen in reception. That's important. Otherwise, you end up with a fine. Just like last time, it'll all be prepared in advance. They'll know who you are. Your keys will be ready for you. Did we get wristbands? I think we did last time. We got a little wristband for the bar.
Optional.
Yeah, you don't have to wear it, but there's one. Yeah, there's one there, isn't there? Because obviously we've got discounted prices in both the bars that are available to us. I'll leave. Do you want to chat about the payments side, Daz? Do you want to quickly mention that one?
Yeah, we've put here on the slide that the hotel will be calling you early in the new year. Now that's what we've requested them to do. That's what they will be doing, and we really would want that to be in January. Then once we get that, Dick and I then have that final list. Okay, people have paid their money, they've got their rooms allocated, and that's going to be as close as we can to start to put the finishing touches or finalize the seating plan. Still subject to change, of course. But we expect that to happen in January. The hotel's busy. It has a very small events team, and they literally phone people around and say, hello, Mr. Best, time to make your payment. And that takes time, of course. So it could be in January, it could be in February, dare I say, it could even be in early March. But they will call you, they will take your payment, and that's the process for paying. We've said before, we've shared all the booking that Dick's on our booking form. We've shared that with the hotel. We've got those numbers, and then they put the sort of rubber stamp on it by that phone call and taking your payment. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, that's probably really important. So that they'll phone up, they'll request payment, and that allows Daz and I to do the fight. Like you said, that's the final plan, isn't it? So once people are paid in January, we can then go, good, these are the people we're working with, these are confirmed, these are paid. It's on the website. There is a date by which you can still cancel and get your money back. Again, it's all listed on the website on the booking form. But yeah, after that, away we go. I think I've got one final slide, Daz, and all that says is about what our ambitions and aims were for this dinner. On the last one, we learned a lot, didn't we? From the last one, we've learned things that we can improve upon, and we've taken that on board. Our aim is to make this an exceptional night. We want everyone to have the most amazing experience throughout the entire weekend of just having a great time, really, with old friends and new friends, and just being together, having fun, and part of the ethos of the RAMC, which is even more poignant now that the corps has been disbanded. So yeah, but if you've got any ideas, you've got any suggestions, is there anything that Daz and I can do to make your stay and experience that much better we want to go for excellence, then just send us a message, either email us, rmcreunited@gmail.com, or through the Facebook page, and we will do our damnedest to make it happen. If it's within our power to make it happen, it will make it so. All right, Daz, let me just close this little thing, and you and I will end up coming back front and center. Whew, I thought we might disappear, but we didn't. We're still there. Yay! Any closing points, Daz?
So no, just really, as you said, that is poignant. The amalgamation of the three AMS core to the RAMC is no more after centuries. So yeah, it becomes even more poignant. And just to say a huge thank you. I know this is potentially emotive, political, whatever. A huge thank you to the previous committee. Particularly Marie Ellis, who was allocated funding for us, which makes this event, this RMC event now, secure into decades into the future. So, and we've got the support of the committee taken over, Ian Rozelle, Ian Simpson, Steve Hall, and others. Jerry Rowan, of course, I think is the chair of taken over. So we've got their continued support there. So we've got security now well into the next decade and beyond to have a fantastic event every 2 years. That's the way you see it as well, Dick, right?
Right. It's going to get better and better and better. Yeah. We will, as we do, we'll improve. I can guarantee we'll get better every year, Daz, won't we? Every 2 years, rather. So with input from others as we grow and ideas from other people. Can't wait. Chuffed to bits. Really looking forward to it. And now it's come around really quick. But I remember when we went, got ages to plan that. You haven't. It's suddenly, boom, it's there. It's on you.
It is.
So yeah, it's going to be great, man. Can't wait.
Brilliant.
Super.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. There'll be another couple of updates, dare I say, as we get closer to the time. And we can't wait to get there and spend a whole weekend with you all.
It's going to be awesome. Let's close the Facebook. Dink. And I'm going to close this one. See you later, guys. Take good care. All the best.